For my accessibility case study, I did it on a neighbor of mine. His name's Adam Rushforth. Adam graduated from BYU with a finance degree. He later attended the University of Utah and received his MBA. His eyes never fully developed from birth. When he was 8, he was jumping on a trampoline and his retinas detached from both eyes. From 8 to 31, he completely lost his sight. He's a coordinator over training for divisions for services of the blind. His hobbies are piano, guitar, and being a dad. He has 4 kids and is married. He is, of course, completely blind. A typical day for Adam is he wakes up at 5 a.m., leaves house by 6:15, takes the front to Salt Lake, goes to work, and he comes home later about 6. Some of the daily challenges he experiences are wanting to do more physically, but can't. Things take longer than they should, such as going to work. For us, typically, we don't think about that. It doesn't take that long. Obviously, if you're blind, you have that limitation. So things really do take longer, and that's kind of one of the daily challenges he deals with. Some assistive technologies that Adam enjoys are his iPhone with voiceover feature. He can do quite a bit with that. Another is called a Victor Reader Stream. It's very cool. He can access audio files and do things like guitar lessons, podcasts. Very useful audio tool. The next is a Braille note. This allows Adam to obtain access to any reading materials he may need. The assistive technologies Adam currently has work well for him. He can access quite a few things he wouldn't otherwise be able to access. The new technologies from Braille Note to VoiceOver on the iPhone have allowed the blind to be more independent than ever. Inevitably, there are some limitations. For example, when he uses the screen reader, if something isn't improperly coded, this limits him greatly. He has to rely on someone to go to a link he needs because after it's improperly coded, the screen reader won't pick it up. He also mentioned there's lots of limitations with exercise equipment. Surprisingly, it's not very accessible. Overall, he enjoys most of his assistive technologies and finds them very helpful. In an ideal world, Adam would like that everything electronic is accessible. There's an assumption that just because something's electronic, it's accessible, and that's not necessarily true. In fact, this is especially the case with websites. Many websites are of no use to Adam because they aren't practically built within the screen reader feature, and that's kind of a daily struggle he has.